Carson.
And my name is Famo Giordano.
And this is McNab Meco Video Newsletter. In this newsletter, we will be giving you an update as to what students have been learning in their classes.
So let's get to it.
The pre-K students are learning about the topic of buildings. They looked at buildings in the neighborhood and what they are used for. Kids were architects and designed buildings. They made a pre-K city with the help of Miss Carson, the art teacher. They had fun learning about who constructs buildings and tools and materials builders use. St. Patrick's Day was fun as well, as students looked for a leprechaun but didn't find one. Students have welcomed spring and are making a pre-K garden with Mrs. Carson.
The kindergarten is trying a new way of teaching reading. The kids switch classrooms and meet with different teachers for 1 hour. Teachers are expecting that this new way of teaching will be very beneficial for students. Each student has set a reading goal within the Reading Rockets Soar to the Stars campaign. In math, students are learning number bonds, addition and subtraction, and number lines. They are having fun learning about how to use a scale to measure weight of objects. Students are also learning about the human body and are continuing with the writing activities.
First grade has also changed the way it conducts reading instructions, as AIS groups rotate between classes for 45 minutes. During whole group, students are working on predictions, inferences, and connections in stories. Students are also working on their writing opinions of the stories they hear and writing how-to books. In math, students are working on comparing lengths of objects and telling time to the half hour. In science, students are learning about the planets.
Second graders have been listening and learning about cycles in nature. They have learned about the cycle of daytime and nighttime seasons, the life cycle of a plant, tree, frog, butterfly, and the water cycle. In math, students have been doing 2 and 3-digit addition with regrouping. In reading, students are working on identifying the main idea and supporting details in a passage.
Third graders are working as detectives to locate evidence in the text as they support their answers. They are learning how to create quality responses to questions by supporting their ideas in their own words. In math, students are learning the fundamentals of fractions, including creating and comparing fractions. That information will be used to solve word problems and create equivalent fractions.
The fourth grade classes have been working very hard. In social studies, they have just finished up a unit on colonial times in New York. The students will begin a unit of study on the American Revolution. In science, the students enjoyed the hands-on unit of electrical circuits. They learned about the different types of circuits and building a model heater and fuse. The next unit of study will be simple machines. In math, they are working on fractions and geometry. Students are learning how to correctly use protractors. In ELA, fourth graders have just finished up a unit on navigating nonfiction. They are currently working on tackling complex text and working in small groups to differentiate needed skills. On to you, Olivia.
Fifth graders have been busy learning about decimals and fractions and reviewing material. Students are engaged in guided reading, writing, research papers, and learning test-taking strategies. Students will finished a wheel science kit and will be starting rocks and minerals soon. A recent tour of the state capitol, culminating with a visit with Senator Farley, was enjoyed by all.
One more thing, our On the Move campaign continues to go well. Recently, the guys from Fresh Start Fitness put both schools through a rigorous, high-powered musical workout, which students really enjoyed.
So that about wraps up this edition of the McNab Meco Video Newsletter. We'll be back next month with a new edition. In the meantime, we'll be on the move.